Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are getting ready for your exams. Let us revise our lessons once again.
This lesson, The World During the World Wars, I wanted to tell you which are the frequently asked questions in the SSC exams during the last years. So, let us see that. Coming to this chapter, the 20th century. Here you will get the question of why Eric Hobsbawm called the 20th century the age of extremes. This question is asked under 4 marks in the last SA1 exams, children. And again, you need to write all the points why this 20th century was called as the age of extremes. It may be also asked under 2 marks question. And coming to this timeline, you see, children, this is very important one. You can know when the world war was began and what was the time of Russian Revolution and the end of the world war, Treaty of Versailles. You will know in which years all these incidents occurred. Okay. Here you see, children, which are the two enemy groups or blocks that were fought in world wars. Germany, Austria and Hungary on one side, Britain, France, Russia on another side. You need to remember from here to here. Children, causes for the world wars. This question is generally asked under 4 marks in almost all the SA1s, and even in the SSC exam paper they used to ask this question. And another thing is that all these causes like aggressive nationalism, imperialism, these also will be asked under 1 mark question or 2 marks questions in the question paper itself. So coming to see what is aggressive nationalism, they may ask under 1 mark what is aggressive nationalism. So you need to remember this ideology created pride in these nations and hatred against the neighboring countries. You all know that what is aggressive nationalism. It is pride towards one's own country and hatred against the neighboring countries. Next, coming to imperialism. Imperialism means here the newly emerged, here onwards you see, children, the newly emerged industrial powers like Germany, Italy, these are newly emerged industrial powers. Old powers were Britain, France, Russia and all. So these powers wanted to redivide the colonies among all these European countries, but old powers were not ready. Okay, that is called imperialism. This also may be asked under 1 mark. Secret alliances. Under this, you need to remember, children, what is called triple alliance and what is called triple entente. These may be asked under 1 mark questions. And nextly, militarism. Militarism also one of the cause for world wars. So militarism definition they may ask under 1 mark. And you need to remember all the graphs and all whichever comes in between the lessons. Balkan politics. So children, you all know we have already discussed in the beginning of this lesson. So small kingdoms were there in Balkan Peninsula, and there were many people living who speak different languages, belong to different sects. They used to live there, and Ottoman Turkey Empire used to rule this Balkan. So that after the fall of this empire, Austria, Germany, Turkey, Russia, all were competing with one another to have supremacy over this Balkan Peninsula, and also to control the trade between these Black Sea and Mediterranean Sea. There were some issues going on in this Balkan Peninsula, and you need to remember that during this time Austria was trying to suppress Serbia and in Bosnia, who were against the rule of Austria. So this is also had become one of the cause for world wars. So children, immediate cause. When you write a 4 marks question under world wars, so you need to mention the immediate causes along with the long term causes like aggressive nationalism, imperialism, militarism, etc. You need to also mention the immediate cause.
This is also can be asked under 1 mark question or 2 marks question. What was the immediate cause for World War I or what was the immediate cause for World War II? Like that they may ask in the exams. So on June 28, 1914, a Bosnian Serb assassinated the Crown Prince Archduke Franz Ferdinand of Austria-Hungary. When Austria asked for explanation, it could not give explanation to Austria. So it declared war on Serbia in 1914 July, on 28th July. Okay. Next, coming to this Treaty of Versailles. You remember, children, the Treaty of Versailles imposed heavy penalties on Germany both in monetary terms as well as territorial terms. But that means many territories of Germany were lost to the winning powers, France, Britain, etc. Okay, you need to write this, children, when it is asked in the exam. The League of Nations, you should remember, children, when the League of Nations was formed, when the Treaty of Versailles was made. Okay, so you should also remember why this League of Nations was formed, and also you should know why this League of Nations was unsuccessful in preventing world wars. Okay, why? Because this Germany and all were not invited when the League of Nations was formed. Okay, the Russian Socialist Revolution. You should remember, children, the period of the Russian Socialist Revolution. Also, why this Russia was called as Euro-Asian power. Why? Because it was spread in 2 continents, Europe and Asia. Okay. Under Russian Revolution, you also will be asked what is called March Revolution. We have already discussed, children. When it is asked, you should write from March 8th, 1917, from here up to the March Revolution under 1 mark or 2 mark questions. Okay. Here you will be asked who are called as Soviets. So the common people who began to organize themselves in councils, they were called as Soviets. Okay, children, all these questions are repeated in the last question papers, SSC question papers. They will be asking 1 mark, 2 mark questions in the middle of the lesson only. So you have to thoroughly prepare whatever I am telling you. Just underline those things and prepare well. Should remember who was the leader of the Bolshevik party, and also what did the Bolsheviks demand, what were their demands, you need to remember. And also children, you remember USSR. What is the expansion of this USSR? That is Union of Soviet Socialist Republic. Once they ask this under 1 mark. Here, children, you will be asked that the USSR tried to build a society that was industrialized and modern, and yet did not have inequality or exclusion of people on the basis of birth, gender, language, etc. That means what kind of society the USSR tried to build. You will be asked, children, USSR began a program of planned economic development with its 5-year plans in the year 1928. And also, this program had a twin policy. What is the twin policy of USSR, you will be asked? That is fast industrialization and collectivization of agriculture. Children, you should remember the period of the economic depression, that is 1929 to 1939. And you also will be asked what are the conditions prevailed during the economic depression. Remember, children, factories were closed, prices increased, people's purchasing power reduced, there was massive unemployment in the society. So all these are the conditions of economic depression. Here you will be asked, children, who announced the New Deal. Okay, that is Franklin Roosevelt, who became the president of US, announced the New Deal, which promised 3 R's. Children, you remember the 3 R's. What is that New Deal policy? That is the 3 R's. According to the 3 R's, relief to the victims of depression, reform of financial institutions, and steps to ensure economic recovery. So all these will be asked, comes under the New Deal policy. It may be asked under 1 mark or 2 marks, children.
Here children, you will be asked what is called fascism. Fascism, this ideology is developed after the period of First World War, especially in the defeated countries. It emphasized the idea of national unity in order to expand and win over other nations. So up to here you can write children. Okay, when it is asked under 1 mark or 2 marks, you can write that it is the idea of national unity in order to expand and win over other nations. It is developed in the defeated countries after the First World War. Okay. Children, you will be asked here what is the famous Enabling Act. That is on 3rd March 1933. This act was passed in the parliament. So it established dictatorship in Germany and it gave Hitler all powers to sideline the parliament and rule by his order. You need to write all these things when you are asked about what is Enabling Act. You need to remember children this question. The Scratch aimed at full production and full employment through a state funded work creation program. Okay, Hitler assigned this responsibility of economic recovery of Germany to an economist, Zalmar Scratch. So he aimed at full production and full employment through state funded work creation program. You need to remember this paragraph children. Why? Because once a question asked from this para. Here children, one more immediate cause for World War II. Here you need to remember what was the immediate provocation of World War II. That is when Hitler invaded Poland as a punishment for refusing to hand over the port of Danzig. The Second World War was started in the year 1939, September 1st. You need to write all this when you are asked to write what was the immediate cause for World War II. Here children, consequences of the world wars, they asked under 4 marks children. Consequences means result. What were the effects of the world wars? See children, you all know that enormous human cost. That means many millions of people, that is nearly 20 to 25 million people were died in the world wars. And coming to the democratic principles asserted. Under these children, many countries wanted to implement democracy in their nations. Change in the balance of power, that means many empires came to an end and became independent nations. Enfranchisement of women, that means women got the right to vote. New international organizations were set up, that is UNO was set up in the year 1945 and it works for the development of the people. Okay. Under imperial learning children, whatever questions we have written, just go through it. And many times they used to ask about the causes of world wars and slogans on preventing the wars and promotion of peace. And they also asked all these places of the world map. Okay, many places we have discussed in the lesson. All these places you should remember. Also all these questions whatever we have written in the classwork, once go through children. Okay, now let us start 13th lesson revision. Children, in this lesson generally they used to ask under bits like and all, who ruled China during the beginning of 20th century. That means emperors of Manchu dynasty. Okay, so they may also ask why this Manchu dynasty was unsuccessful in defending the interest of China from the Western powers. That means here what you will write children, that is why, because they asked for low import of taxes, immunity from Chinese laws, yes, economic and political concession, etc. All these things you should once go through. Next, coming to this, the Manchu Empire was overthrown in 1911. Okay, you remember. And here the main key person and the founder of China, you all know that. Who is he? Sun Yat-sen. Okay. So they will be asking here, what is the principle of Sun Yat-sen? 3 principles, you all know this. San Min Chui, that is nationalism, democracy and socialism. These 3 principles you should learn. And about warlords, they will be asking in this topic about the warlords, who were called warlords. Again, you will be asked from this topic, that is what was called the May 4th movement. You all know, children, what was called the May 4th movement. So they started protesting in the Beijing. Yes, why they started this protest on May 4th, 1919? Why? Because they have not at all got their territories back, which were taken by Japan, even though China is one of the winning power. Okay, that is regarding the May 4th movement. And again, what did revolutionaries wanted? What did the revolutionaries wanted? What changes they brought in their Chinese society? That is given in this topic, children. You should go through this topic also. Okay, so that means they wanted to remove inequalities, reduce poverty from the Chinese society. All these you should remember. Children, we see here the inbox question. What were the major political parties that emerged during the period? You all know that. Which are those parties? CCP party and the Kuomintang party. Nextly, coming to this rise of CCP of China, here you will be asked this question, that is what were the two crises that rural China faced? Okay, this question is given under 1 mark, children. Now you all know that the one is ecological and one is with soil exhaustion, deforestation, floods, and the second crisis is that socio-economic one caused by exploitation through land tenure system, indebtedness, primitive technology and poor communication. Children, all these questions are given in the previous question papers of SSC exams. Okay, you remember, children, the frequently asked questions I am explaining you. Okay, coming here, children, you will be asked when the CCP party was founded, that is in 1921. And again, you should remember, Lenin established the Kuomintang. Okay, Kuomintang means it is like a world government. Okay, all the communist countries they used to support. So this Lenin established the Kuomintang in March 1918. Remember, you have to remember, children. Children, about Mao Zedong, you all know that Mao Zedong emerged as a major CCP leader, and he based his program on the peasantry. Okay, and he encouraged all the peasants to fight for the abolition of landlordism. You should remember these some important points, children, from this topic. Okay, and also you see, children, here a strong peasants council was formed. It is known as the Soviets. Okay, a strong peasants council is known as Soviets. It was organized by him. And also coming here, they went on a long march. Here we have discussed before in the before classes about the long march. Once go through this, children. It is a grueling, difficult journey of 6,000 miles. Okay, once go through this question also. Here, children, one more important thing from this topic, establishing the new democracy. That means what they will be asking you, what was the principle of the new democracy? Under 2 mark or 1 mark they will be asking. So you need to write that this new principle was an association of all social classes who were opposed to landlordism and imperialism. That means those who are opposing to the landlordism and imperialism, that was all these social classes, they were association and joined under the new democracy, under the principle of new democracy. Here previously asked bit, that is land reform was launched in the year, that is 1950 to 51 in China. This is okay. And under this land reforms, what were the major steps taken by the CCP party? That will be asked under either 1 mark or 2 mark question, children. That is class identification of all the people living in the villages. That means they used to first identify which are the people living in the villages, and then they used to confiscate, that means take the land forcibly from the landlords, and they used to redistribute the land among the poor people. Okay, understand? So that is the thing you need to write if they ask what were the major steps done by the CCP party in China under the land reforms. Okay, children, coming to the topic Nigeria, Nigeria was a colony of Britain, and it has three tribal people. You all know that, and you should know northern Nigeria is occupied by Hausa Fulani, and mostly these were Muslims, and southern part was occupied by southeastern side Igbo tribe, and southwestern side is Yoruba tribes, and these were mostly Christians, and there were clashes between these three regions. Oil, environment and politics. Children, here oil was discovered in the Niger Delta in 1950s. From then onwards, many multinational companies emerged, and they were controlling the oil resource of Nigeria. Even because of their over extraction, what happened, students? Because of their over extraction of oil, all the water bodies in the surrounding areas were contaminated. They were not at all possible to have a safe drinking water also. So in this regard, environmentalist Ken Saro-Wiwa has taken a bold step, and he encouraged all the people to fight against that companies. Okay. And so also they also demanded for the compensation. In this regard, you should remember, children, Ken Saro-Wiwa, he is an environmentalist. Okay, he fought against the contamination of the water bodies regarding. Okay.
Children, based on the revision, just prepare yourself. Morning you have to write to 12th lesson, and afternoon you have to write 13th lesson. Thank you.